Hey, beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. I guess you can call it a podcast. You guys were here today to talk about Ready to Love. Before we do that, though, if you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing. We would love to have you be part of the beautiful people family. It is absolutely free of charge. Thumbs up the video. It does wonders for my analytics. And let's get into it. So basically, the guys are back. They meet up with Tommy from out of town. Or did they go out of town, or were they just on a staycation? I can't remember. But anyway, they seem a little dry. Tommy's like, well, how is everything? They a little dry. But Tommy lets them know that, listen, the ladies need to meet your family members. Okay, cool. Curly Q say he a little worried because he know his sister. And I guess we'll see what that means. And just so you guys know, I haven't watched the first part of this, so I'm going to watch it and give initial reactions with you guys because I don't know what happens. But we have Tony meeting up with his sister. His sister looks like him. They look alike. And she doesn't stand to greet him and give him a hug, though, which I think that's weird, but okay. So he lets her know that he feels like he found someone, the one. And she's just like, ugh, you think they all the one. And I'm like, sis, we know. We know little Tony love them all. He love the ladies. He love the ladies. We know. And he's like, no, but I really think she's the one. Yeah, okay, Tony. All right, so Anthony has his little cousin, who's actually his little big cousin, Chris, beard gang. They got the beards working. He's coming to meet Cynthia, and Cynthia walks in, and she's just like, "Oh, hey, husband." And even on the walk-in in the confessional, she tells us that Anthony's sweet, but she still has this thing for Dre. And I'm like, so why are we calling him husband and stuff, sis? Like, why are we doing that? Why are we like really getting under this man's skin? And I really feel like, because once again, I saw the second half, I didn't see the first half. I really feel like, him doing the whole picnic on the beach and all that stuff, I feel like he was starting to like really like her. And even still in that scene, she was just like, yeah, this is nice, but curly Q. And I'm just like, girl, make up your mind. Like, are you here really just playing a game? What's going on? Well, they all are, so it is what it is. But Anthony had expressed to his cousin that he met Cynthia's uh, co-parent. We won't say baby daddy, her co-parent, and he was a little aggressive. So Chris asked Cynthia about the co-parent, like, listen, would that disrupt anything? And she's like, no, it can't. It can. Because anything that needs to be handled, I'm a handle when it gets handled when it's handled. You understand what I'm saying about handling things? Because and I'm just like, if she's saying handled one more time, we get it. We get it. And then y'all know she got that voice where I'm just like, what is she saying? Like, she talks so goddamn slow. But I like Cynthia still. I like Cynthia. I do think now she's playing a game, but once again, they all are. So yeah, so we have them meeting up, and then we go back to Morgan and Tony. Nope. Yep, Tony. Yeah, I like Tony's sister. Okay, little Tony's sister ain't playing no games with the faces or nothing. She's just letting that shit out the way she feel it. Morgan, Bradsdale sitting up here talking about they need counseling, and he's, I love the fact that he's a manly man, but sometimes I need him to soften up, and we need to see somebody. And she's like, hold up, hold up, hold up. Y'all need counseling already in the dating phase? Yeah, nah, that's no good. If y'all can't communicate in the dating phase, something is seriously wrong with that. Morgan has the nerve, the audacity to say, well, yeah, because I just want to, check on the red flags or whatever to see if it's worth it, because if not, then I'm out. Bitch, please, somebody, little Tony, tell her about the Nair. I'm sitting over here like, tell her about the Nair. Little Tony, tell her about the Nair. I want to see what his sister would have to say about the Nair, while Morgan is sitting up here acting like she has zero red flags and she's not crazier than I don't know what's crazy, but she's seriously crazier than I don't know, but she's crazy as shit, y'all. Sitting up here acting like she's not, and he's the only one with red flags. No, this is just not gonna work because it's just not gonna work. All right, so we wrap up these two with these two dates with Anthony's cousin saying that he likes Cynthia because Cynthia said that she can get him to go out, and he's like, good luck with that. And she's like, no, I can, and you can come with us. And then he's like, oh, okay, I like her. So he likes her. Morgan leaves. Little Tony's sister says she likes her. She's not, nice enough lady. And I'm like, that's because you don't know. You don't know, but you will. When you watch this show, you going to know. And she going to be like, I knew it. I knew it. But he's like, so do you like her for me? And she's like, I don't know. And I'm like, come on, Tony's sister. You've been keeping it real the whole time. Let him know. It's going to be a no for me, dog. But for some reason, she didn't want to let him know. Okay, let's talk about Curly Q Andre. We meeting up with his sister and his niece, pretty girls, pretty women. And I'm like, for real, I didn't think he had any real friends or family because why they let him wear his hair like that. And then we see their hair. And I'm sorry, shade but no shade. What's going on with those wigs, ladies? Pretty girls, once again, but those wigs, like everything at the table was looking a mess. His hair, their hair, ugh. So he starts off by telling them that he has these two ladies and Jeffrey, she's a woman's woman. She's so delicate, like a little flower. She got 1,200 kids. He said three, but sister heard 1,200 kids and she immediately said, ugh. And I was like, okay. And he's like, well, they both have kids. And the niece was very, very sincere with what came out of her mouth. She just said, but you don't even have any. And I'm like, no, he doesn't. And that's why, this thing is just probably not going to work. I'm not saying that people with no kids can never date people with children. That's not what I'm saying. But they have more than one, like more. I don't know. It's a lot. But then we have Cynthia. Cynthia's coming. Why Cynthia don't be doing her hair, y'all? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Y'all know I like Cynthia, but I gotta keep it real with the slow talking and all that or whatever. And she just don't. Y'all, sorry about the air fryer. It's okay. She just don't be doing her hair, and I don't understand. Pretty girl. Let's get to the hair, sis. But maybe her and Andre would be a great couple. All right, can we get into the fact that Cynthia is very nervous when she saw women? She said, ooh, women, I'm a little nervous because women can see into other women. So I got to put my big girl panties on. And I'm like, what is there to see, Cynthia? If you are very genuine and like genuine, that's the word I wanted to use for his niece saying he don't have any kids. Not sincere. She's very genuine when she said he doesn't have kids. But yeah, I'm just like, if she's being her authentic self or whatever, what is there for them to see through? And yeah, sis start already. So okay, y'all. So Cynthia can hold her own. Sis starts off and she's just like, listen, I heard a little bit about you. You got some kids or whatever. How old are you? She said she's 37. Okay, you 37 with kids. Do you want any more kids? Because you do know that he don't have any kids. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure they talked about it. And Cynthia's like, yeah, I want to have two more and a dog. And they hit it off with the whole little and a dog thing. That was a cute little moment. Cynthia always knows how to win people over. That's why I like her. But then we have, what's her name? Jeffrey comes in looking like she's about to go to a executive business meeting. The dress was cute, but sis is just like, oh, look at you, you're gorgeous. And I'm like, she ain't do none of that for Cynthia. And you know why? Because Cynthia is pretty. Cynthia didn't do her hair. That's why. Ooh, y'all, we get down to a little nitty gritty. So sis is like, okay. Now, first of all, Cynthia is clowning Jeffrey for what she has on, talking about she got on an ankle dress with the a total mom dress with all the way up to the neck, the collar all the way up to the neck and everything. So she's clowning her. That's fine. And even though sis told her she was gorgeous and everything, she jumped right into it. Listen, so how old are you? She's 31 with three kids. And she's like, yeah, that's more of a liability than an asset. Like, what can you bring to the table? He has absolutely no kids. And you're coming in with three kids. None of the fathers are in their lives or whatever. So you're going to want him to step up and play that role. What are you bringing? And she's like, I am absolutely the whole package, the entire package, everything that a man could. Bitch, that's not what we asked. We asked, what are you bringing to the table besides you and three other mouths to feed? And she's only 31. Y'all, how? How is she only 31 in her face? Like, seriously. Anyway, that wasn't nice. But when she said that, the sister and the niece and the sister they was just like, she every woman, but she can't tell how or what she brings to the table. Yeah, okay. And then the niece tells Cynthia, go ahead. Cynthia says, listen, I have two masters, two bachelors. I have two businesses. My kids are fine. Dre would not be a stepdad. He would be a bonus dad. And I'm just like, sell that shit. So, do she sell stuff? I promise you, Cynthia is a saleswoman. She is. You can't tell me no different. I feel like I am going to look and see what she does for a living for real, because she definitely has to sell stuff. Y'all know Cynthia is a talker. She's going to, but the funny thing about Cynthia, you guys, even though she's a talker and I feel like she be selling us on her, I feel like it's real. I do. And I feel like she has, I won't say the most genuine connection with Andre, but that's who she would like to lead there with. I don't think it's Anthony. Even though she comes off like she really likes Anthony, she calls him husband and all that or whatever. I don't know. I just feel like, or maybe it's just chemistry and she just want to, get down with Andre. I don't know. But I feel like she's being honest and truthful. But we'll see. And so, Jeffrey's in the confessional talking about how the sister came out swinging. And I'm like, no, that's not swinging. Those are just regular questions that you can't answer because you can't live up to what she just can't, you guys. This lady, you guys. So the ladies leave. Andre's talking to his sister and niece. The niece says, listen, if I had to choose, then it would be Cynthia. And the sister said, listen, none, zero. I don't care. She's like, if I had to, but really it's none. And she said if she really, really, really had to, it would be Cynthia. But really it's none. Period. That's it. I appreciated that. I'm going to have to agree with you, sis. But I also agree that no thanks for your brother, because look at his fucking head. Look at his head, girl. You trying to act like he's the prize? And look at his head. All right. Excuse me. All right. So we have a meetup with Lil Tony and the Bratz Dow. And basically it's just a date for her to grill him about everything. So, of course, he tells her that the sister's concerned about the whole we need therapy and counseling and stuff already. And she's just kind of like, whatever, Morgan don't give a shit. And she's like talking about, what'd she say, Natasha or whatever, the first lady who went home. And we find out that nope, not Andre, Lil Tony is trash. He's trash, you guys. And I'm going to tell you why. Because why did he have to sit up on this TV and tell everybody that he got with this girl? She went home, but they ended up going out. He wanted to explore her and get to know her on a physical level. And so that happened. I can't stand men who talk on their dick. Like, that's just not cool to me. Like, that's so freaking girly to me. Like, who does that? And then you doing it on national TV, letting everybody know that this girl done gone ahead and got with you or whatever. It's nobody's business. It's nobody's business. That's so weak. That's weak as shit to me. But anyway, she starts going in about how he has no standards and you did it with the the lowest hanging fruit, the girl that went home on the first date. And I'm just like, girl, if you got to go through all that to let him know that you're better than this girl, then just stop. You should probably just stop. Just leave him alone. Y'all know this is not going to work, right? Like, I keep saying it after every scene we have with them, we know this is not going to work. And she constantly says things that she's just like, oh, you do things that's not, what men do. And he's like, excuse you? And I'm like, she's constantly coming for his manhood. And she knows that's a huge thing for him because that's the one thing that she likes so much. Oh, he's so manly man. But she keep coming for him. Like, she just keep poking at him and poking at the fact that he does things that, okay, if he does so many things in the beginning that you don't like, leave him alone. Girl, leave him alone. All right, so wrapping up, Lil Tony and the Bratz Style, they come back after commercial and we still with them. And she's still going on about this girl. And he's like, hold up. I'm not going to let you talk badly about her. She's a beautiful woman. Oh, she's not. And I'm like, girl, you are not making yourself look good. You're just not. But I get it. You don't want him to sit up at this table and defend this girl. So she stops him. He wants to keep going on and on. And my whole thing is, it's too late. It's too late. You are already a jerk for putting that out there. So I don't give a shit about him trying to come with the old, let's respect her, because you didn't respect her when you said on national television that y'all went and slept together. Which had to be soon and early or whatever, because you just met the girl. So that's just trashy to me, you guys. And then, she's like, well, how do I know what you say is real? You know how I feel about you. No, she really don't. We know that you want to win this game. And I still don't understand why all these contestants want to win this game when they don't win any money in the end. They just want to stay to the end, and I don't get it because I honestly don't know how much Lil Tony really likes her because Lil Tony is full of shit. So I don't know how much he really likes her. But he's telling her that he wanted to tell her before, she heard anywhere else. And I'm like, yeah, like the reunion. You feel like it might have came out at the reunion, right? So you wanted to tell her before that. Like, he's not fooling me. He's not fooling me. He can fool her, and I don't even think he's really fooling her. I think she playing stupid because maybe she just wanted. Nah, I feel like she actually like him. She actually like him. But I just really think it's interesting how she keeps acting like he's the one with all the red flags. He ain't shit, she ain't shit either. They probably really do belong together, but she's acting like she's just everything, and she's not this giant, huge red flag, the size of a football field. But I, y'all, I could go on, or actually I can't because I don't care. But I do want to see them at the reunion. Like, I can't wait to see what goes down. I can't wait to see where we are today. So yeah, I want to see. All right, so then we have Jeffrey and Mark Anthony meeting up, and Mark Anthony is not comfortable introducing Jeffrey to anybody in his family because they have been a little distant since the trip. Jeffrey says that, since the trip, she just doesn't see him being able to handle the fact that she got all these freaking kids. She didn't say it that way, but it's true. You got all these freaking kids. And I'm like, yeah, because he was basically all over what's her name, Mercedes. Like, they were booed up at the whole trip. So yeah, I probably would have left it as alone too. Who was Jeffrey with at the trip? I can't even remember. Um, but yeah, so they end up doing this whole little thing like it's a breakup. She's giving the cry voice, the cry face with no tears. It's all good. We don't care. All right, y'all. So let's wrap it up. Cynthia and Anthony go on that date that I was talking about on the beach or whatever, where he's trying to be more intentional and let her know that he's really into her. And, I guess it's just her at this point. And once again, she was just like, well, she's a little torn. Then we have Mercedes. She meets somebody from Mark Anthony's family via Zoom or whatever, FaceTime, and he likes her, but he ends up telling her that Mark Anthony wants to move back to New York, and so she's all concerned about a long distance romance. Yeah, I know y'all get sick of me saying I don't care, but I don't care. I don't care about them. Like, I really don't. So then we're in deliberation with Tommy, and then, let's just skip to the good part, or the part that is worth talking about. And that is that, Tony tells, what's his name? Tommy, that he, broke the rules and ended up dating Natasha. And then he says they slept together or whatever because he's like hemming and hawing. And Tommy's like, just spit the shit out. Like, what happened? Yeah, we did it. Once again, why? Why? I, it's trash to me, y'all. It's trash to me. I'm sorry. I feel like men who do that just want to let men know that they get some or they got some. And I'm just like, why? Like, you too grown for that shit. It's just a huge turnoff to me. It's the weakest shit ever. But anyway, as they're leaving, and then we have Andre who has to decide between Jeffrey and Cynthia. And then, Tommy is making a joke. First of all, he's like, you broke my rules, this and that. Ain't shit happened to him, though. He broke the rules. I think they all do. I think we already know behind the scenes they do whatever they want to do. We find all this stuff out from, like, Kojo and like different interviews with them behind the scenes that they really do whatever they want to do. And we really are not privy to a whole lot of stuff that happens behind the scenes on this show. And that's why we be sitting here confused when they have other shit going on that we just don't know about. Y'all understand? That's why this show doesn't work. That's why this show doesn't work. But anyway, so we have Andre who has to pick between Jeffrey and what's her name? Cynthia. So he ends up going out with Cynthia, and now suddenly he can't choose. And I believe that's where it ends. Like, I can't remember anything else really exciting happening. But, and then Tommy is making a joke talking about, don't make Morgan mad, because of the Nair and everything. That shit just ain't funny to me. Like, I just feel like it's not funny. And I think Nephew Tommy is kind of for real. Like, I really think in his head, he's probably like, why would anyone still want to date this girl? Why do I say that? Because he brings it up every deliberation. He brings up that Nair, as he should, because it's crazy. It's wackadoo. But anyway, that's the end. So I guess next week we get to see who picks who, and we don't care. We just want to get to the reunion and hope it's some shit with it. That's all. So if you are still here, you are the real MVP. Thank you very much. Once again, hit the thumbs up. It does wonders for my analytics, you guys. If you have not already subscribed, please consider subscribing. Please do it. It's absolutely free. Means not a lot to you, means the world to me. And I will see you guys in the next video. Smooches.